If we're doing bench press, I'll just see you like this,
looking over the top.
Yeah, counting. And you're like, you can do it. And I'm like, don't talk to me.
Welcome to Before the Lights. If you're new here, we're a team of health professionals based in London who train people from all over the creative world to get ready for TV, film, even live shows, but most importantly, for everyday life. I'm Dave Hasty.
I'm George Ashwell.
I'm Georgia Canavan.
And I'm Josh Betteridge.
We've been lucky enough to build a pretty special group of members here at the club, so we thought it would be nice for other people to get to know some of them as well as we do.
I was like, I think I need to start going to the gym. So I literally got out my laptop, and was like, PTs for actors.
Welcome to Before the Lights podcast, guys. I'm Greg James. With me over here is Dangerous Dave, and here is Evil George. And today we're talking grind set.
Grind set?
It's not about mindset, guys. It's about grind set.
It was the very first time I met you when you came in and you actually had to run off and be sick in the toilet.
You feel quite vulnerable when you're kind of lying on your back with your legs up in the air because you feel sick. Just breathing, and I'm like, this never happens. I'm so sorry.
So sit back, only do some exercise if you want to, and maybe even learn something about how to look after yourself. Welcome back to the Before the Lights podcast.
Hey.
Today I'm joined by George.
I am here, yes.
What's been going on?
For once I can actually say stuff. I've been back and forth to Ireland on a TV show that I can't mention, but yeah, training loads of people and spending 2 days a week in Ireland. But yeah, it's just a bit chaotic coming back, and now I'm sitting in a room with you guys.
Back in the library. But today we're actually joined by Ruaridh Mollica.
Hello.
Yes. A lovely Scottish friend. Listeners will know you from your work in the film Sebastian, which earned you a BIFA nomination and a Scottish BAFTA nomination.
Oh my God.
And more recently, the play Clarkston, which as we speak is at the Trafalgar Theatre in London. And then how we got to know you through upcoming work in the Marvel series Vision Quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is currently in production.
Yes.
So there's quite a lot there.
You finished filming that specific series, though, haven't you? Yes. But we met officially just prior to that at Himesh's birthday party.
Yeah, down the pub,
which is how most people should meet.
Actually, standing at the bar was
how you should meet your girlfriend, and it's how you should meet your mates and clients.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
he literally turned to me and was like, I hear you're the guy that helps people get bigger.
Yeah, you're the lighthouse man.
No. And now we've changed the name.
Yeah.
And now we're back to Before the Lights.
It's still confusing because some stuff on the app still says...
You should tell Dave that. Yeah. Don't tell me.
Tell the podcast. Someone will fix it.
Someone will fix it.
A 5-minute formal complaint section, please.
Please do. Launch into it. But from that meeting in the pub, you then came in with the specific aim of getting a bit bigger, I suppose, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You had to get into superhero shape.
Yeah, and we kind of got there.
100% we
did. I think
you
really did, because you were like, it was almost like there was a moment where you'd done a lot of the training, but there was a day where all of a sudden, like, I think all of us looked at you and were like, when did that happen?
Yeah, it was so weird. I didn't think it happened like that, but it literally was like one morning I woke up and everyone was like, well, just for clarification, this isn't me now. This was before. I've lost it now.
No, you haven't.
Play, but but yeah, it was so weird. I was suddenly like, oh, hello.
Well, I think
I'm a man now.
It's also that classic thing of like.
It was because you were talking like that.
It was.
That's why the change was so apparent, so obvious.
It was just a magic trick. As soon as you drop your voice, everyone's like, oh my God, he's huge. It was also that thing of the classic rotation of gym outfits. I think you went back to the tight t-shirt again that you'd worn at the beginning. We were like, holy shit, you can see everything.
Which was a particularly tight t-shirt.
T-shirt. Cropped.
Yeah. Well, I got it. I think in a charity shop.
I got it tightened.
Yeah.
You went into the charity shop, smallest one you've got.
Please. I know, smallest one you've got, and then I put it in the wash to shrink it down even more.
It's a good tactic when you're getting bigger at the same time.
Yeah, it is.
How was like the process of that from your side in terms of having to be? Because I think a lot of like blokes in particular look at like if you're going to be in some sort of superhero-y type thing, the opportunity of then being like, right, I've got to put on muscle or do this. What's that like actually having to do that from your side?
I feel like there actually wasn't any pressure to do it. I was more like, oh, this might be good motivation to do it.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of went from like that angle. I kind of had like a bit of time before we were going to start shooting, and it was kind of like a nice like release on the like the brain as well and everything. But it was great. I love training despite my lack of appearance recently.
Hey, you've been a busy man. You do enjoy it though, and also you came in with a history of like lifting, like you knew what you were doing. You just hadn't done it for a while.
Yeah.
Which made it easier for us in the sense of you were like, oh, I love doing back squats. And we were like, oh, shit. Okay.
I do love doing back
You do love
squats.
it, which is weird. But
Had you then, because you trained a fair bit, like, was it, at what stage in your life was that?
That was at university.
Where you got like really into it for a period of time?
Yeah, it was one of the guy who ended up being my flatmate. He's Canadian, and he's like just absolutely stacked, and like really tall. And like we started just kind of like going to the gym together. And I just kind of got obsessed with it, and like we were all living together as well. Which is
quite. Well, I guess like a fair few students do it, but a lot of students go the complete opposite direction.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, first year of uni, I was like kind of like dabbling, because I was like, oh my god, all these people are so growing up. I need to put some muscle on my bones.
You sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. I can't help it. It's the Scottish.
That's what I was like at uni.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like kind of second year of uni when we started living together, that was like second year, third year was like the big gym push, and I was just it kind of was my life. I was just like chicken and rice.
Oh, you went into that?
I went
like,
full chicken and rice.
Full like bodybuilder man.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and it was like 4 times a week, and I had my program, and I was incrementing the weights every week, and I was like really, and I was doing like my 1 rep maxes all the time to figure out where I was.
Yeah.
And I was with my friends, and we were like, yeah, and I was like taking pre-workout, and we had a little smelly salt box that you sniff.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, usually
that stuff is intense. Like it is so.
They're trying to ban it from the NFL.
I think it's ammonia. Basically, it's ammonia.
Yeah, it smells like piss.
And it really just makes your whole. For anyone that's never tried it before, I remember playing rugby when I was about 16. We found some in a changing room. And it was like,
and you thought, let me smell that.
Well, I think because we were playing in like the same.
Smell on the box.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I think like someone in like the men's team,
yeah.
and we were like the Colts team or whatever. And it was like someone had left it in there, and I remember going like not understanding how strong it would be, and like just taking a big old whiff of it, and it like I like had to sit down.
Oh yeah. And your eyes just kind of start like streaming.
You never broke it down to like how committed, how intense you were. So like at that period of uni, your pre-workout, you're smelling salts, your chicken and rice every day of the week.
Yeah, it was mad. But I got absolutely fucking shredded.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I bet because your natural body shape is very kind of lean.
Yeah.
And more slight, but like very, like the potential to be very athletic, I'd say.
Yeah.
So when you put yourself in that position where you're just going, right, I'm going to do it all
and
to
also
the book.
being that dedicated with the food as well.
That was what the main thing was, I think, because I was like hitting.
Super boring.
Yeah, it was super boring.
How tight were the t-shirts back then? Or there just weren't any?
Oh, none.
Yeah.
No.
Zero t-shirts. One of those string vests that just about covers the nipples.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Just nipple tassels.
So did you then have a personality change and be like, I don't want to be this guy anymore?
Yeah, I think at that point in uni, you're kind of figuring out who you are. And I thought I was like...
And what did you study?
Computer science.
Okay.
So you weren't on the path to being an actor yet?
No, you're not an actor. I thought it might have been like, you might have been the one weird acting, like, whatever, performing arts student that's also a meathead.
No, I was
That'd be hilarious.
But also being a computer science meathead doesn't sound like
I was...
I mean, he loved the numbers and the
totally
counting.
Love a spreadsheet.
Yeah, you were putting everything in a spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's why you were doing
I've got clients like that now.
The actual gym bit was like secondary.
Yeah.
You were just like, I need data.
Yeah,
I need
totally.
some data to
I might as
put
well
in
make my own
spreadsheet.
data. Absolutely. Yeah, I was my own human test subject.
Did you enjoy it though? You must have like really I
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I'd done like a bit of acting when I was a kid, I just didn't know it was like a thing you could do, like a job or like a path or anywhere. I didn't know if it went any further than where it was. I wanted to like do something that was kind of like stable. I was like, I'd always grown up doing the paper round, and like I'd always go in Edinburgh. There's this botanical gardens right in the centre of the city, and on my paper round I'd go past all the really big houses around the botanics, and I was always just like, one day I will have that. I think computer science kind of just made sense. I had it in my high school. They did computer science, which was like pretty cool actually. It was just like a little state school, and I kind of like enjoyed that the most out of all my subjects. And so like when it came to like finishing high school, and uni's free if you're in Scotland and you're Scottish, you know. So I was like, well, I'm not going to go to uni. So I applied to a bunch of unis. I think actually most of them rejected me. Even the one I went to rejected me, but I don't know.
You just turned up.
Well, I called them.
I was the same.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, so you rejected me, but I've got a welcome letter. And they're like, oh yeah, I guess you're in.
I guess you're in. That's hilarious. No way.
And I was like, oh fuck, okay. Yeah, I loved it. It was really difficult though. I was at the start of uni. I was never really good at maths. I couldn't do very well at maths in high school.
Imagine that's quite a big part of doing computer science.
Well, yeah, turn up and we start doing fucking like lambda calculus and like logic.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
And like you think logic would make sense.
It's
Doesn't.
not logical.
No.
It doesn't.
Yes, that was like thrown in the deep end. But it was nice. I kind of like figured out like how I like learn and things like that.
Did you become part of like a drama society or anything like that?
No.
So you're still just hardcore science.
Yeah,
And gym.
hardcore science and gym and skateboarding.
Of course.
And I was really into my streetwear at the time. But I think when I was at uni, I was like a kind of like an extra in Tell It to the Bees, which was a film that was in like
How did that happen
2017. Well, I had an agent from when I was a kid. Because
I
I did like one episode. It was like, all right, story time. This is the perfect setting. Cast your memory back to 2012, just before the Olympics. And I just started high school. And a bunch of my friends went to this like youth theatre group in Leith called Out of the Blue, Strange Town at Out of the Blue, which was like a drill hall in Leith. And I just went along because my friends were going, and I went along with my mum, and literally like I step into the room to like sign in, and there's a casting director there. She's like, do you ride horses? And I'm like, yes.
That's how you did your paper round on
Yeah.
horseback.
On horseback. Yeah, in a full suit of armour as well. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Really difficult.
It was wild.
Made it worth.
And yeah, I'd kind of like I got a twin sister, and she'd like learnt to ride horses for like a month, I think. And I went along once, and so I'd kind of ridden a horse. I actually fell off. The horse went to like eat a flower, and I literally went right off the front. The horse was called Tangerine. I still don't like that horse. Yeah, so I said yes, and they asked if I wanted to audition for this TV show called Case Histories. I was just like,
But you'd been there all of like 10 seconds. by
oh
this point.
yeah, literally just
Not even
arrived.
joined the class
so
yet.
funny.
Not even started the class.
Yeah.
So I auditioned and then did like a recall and then got the part.
No
I was
way.
playing this guy called like Freddie Marshall, and my dad was Mark Bonner.
Yes,
who's like
who's on Celebrity Traitors at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah,
A legend.
legend.
An incredible Scottish actor.
Yeah.
And I turn up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, did you have like, you must have no pre-exposure to any of that stuff
No
or
clue.
understanding of any of
I
that
was like, why is there so many people?
Yeah.
Why is everyone running around?
That's a mad way of getting into acting.
Yeah, and you're given all these scripts that are all different colours, and you
So
don't
how
know
old
what
are you
any of
there,
it
then?
means. 12.
And then at that point, that happened, you've then just finished school, gone to uni.
Yeah.
But
And
do you reckon there was like a little bit of you was like, oh, maybe at some point I'll do that again?
Yeah, because I did like 2 tiny Scottish adverts and like another scene in like another Scottish thing.
So basically, you'd be at school like a normal school kid, and then occasionally your agent will ring you and be like, or you ring your mum and be like, "There's this job if Rory
Yeah.
wants to do it," and you'd be like, "All right, I'll do it."
Yeah,
So like you'd have a random day off school and film an advert.
yeah. When
Yeah.
I was 15, like me and with my twin sister, we went and did like the advert for Visit Blackpool.
Specifically for Scottish teenagers.
Yeah.
If you're like these Scottish teenagers, you should visit
Well,
Blackpool.
Exactly.
on Josh's stag do, I made loads of people visit Blackpool.
You did.
Really?
I was
We
like,
all
we're
went
going
to
to Blackpool.
Wow.
So many people were like, why?
Why?
I was like,
Because you saw my advert.
I
Yeah,
was like, I saw this advert with a young Scottish boy, and he was
And I
saying
know
how great
we're
it
not
was.
Scottish, and it was really specifically for Scottish teenagers, but we are going. What did you do in the advert?
Oh, we just
We visited Blackpool.
yeah, we just went and visited Blackpool. Really, we went on the roller coaster. We went to
I love
Madame
this.
Tussauds.
I love
We
it.
went up the Blackpool Tower. I remember doing a really bad pop shove it on my skateboard in the video.
Nice.
And I watched it back every time. I went, oh, I wish they used the other better ollie I did.
How have you ended up here then?
Right.
So like you're still now the timeline. You're going to be a computer scientist.
Oh, yeah, big
Meathead
time.
computer scientist.
Yeah. I wanted to be, those memes of the really jacked guys
Yeah,
on
on the
laptops.
Something happened between then and you meeting us where you became a normal-sized actor man.
Had an early midlife crisis.
Quarter life crisis.
Yes. No, I still had my agent from when I was a kid. And like during this time I'd still have like auditions come through and I'd still do them, but like I'd never want to like drop out of uni
No,
for
of
like
course.
something because I thought it was like stupid.
Bit irresponsible. You were on track to buy that house.
Well,
You got work to do.
Exactly. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like all the like art careers, even though they all kind of felt probably deep inside, I really wanted to do something arty. It was just like such a big risk that it just kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so I do these auditions, and like maybe you'd get like a recall for something. You'd just think about this thing, and then you wouldn't get it anyway. But I was like, that's fine because I wouldn't have done it anyway because I'm in like third year now, and I've done all this work, and I don't want like that to go to waste.
Yeah.
And then in my final year, I got an audition for a short film called Too Rough, and I like booked it, and it was only going to be like 3-day shoot, kind of like it was kind of in COVID. It was like 2019, I don't know, 2019 I think. So I was like doing my dissertation at the time, and I remember I worked like doubly hard so I could have like 3 days off, and went to Glasgow and filmed this little short film. And I'd literally not, other than like the self-tapes, I'd literally not acted in like 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I doing? And the other guy, Joshua, who was like incredible, he was talking about his like scene study he was doing and analyzing the text and motivations. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just
Gonna
turning
read the
up
lines,
and
say
saying
some
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that, and it was like that kind of like awakened this thing that I was like, oh, this is actually really great.
So you like loved that process and thought,
Yeah,
like,
it was like so cathartic, and like I thought I'd had that in computer science, and to an extent I did. Like I loved like having a project and doing the problem solving and all that kind of thing, and like I'd get a little bit of that feeling, but then this was just like another level, and also didn't feel like work, which was nice. Yeah, then I was like, okay, it was good, but whatever. And then I started applying to masters in cybersecurity and just ignored it. Right around the time that I got all the replies from the universities, I had like started doing the recall process for this, like a small role in this BBC Netflix show called Red Rose, which is like a horror about phones.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then I got told I got the part. But then I'd also been told that I got into UCL and King's College. And I was like, what the fuck?
You're just one of those guys then. You're one of those like can do it all.
Well, he got rejected from all of his original universities.
Yeah.
So that
By
obviously
accident though, because they
Yeah,
sent the
yeah.
letter out.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't know if I can do it all. But I like...
You so far pop shovets.
Not very good
horses,
ones, but still.
Computer
Ride
science
horses.
and acting.
And
What
you've
more
been
do
to
you want? What more
Blackpool.
do you want?
Exactly.
That's enough, isn't it?
That's it, really. that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I had this point where I was like, I like accepted UCL, and I was like, their course is like GCHQ approved, and I was like, I'm gonna be a spy.
Maybe you are a spy.
No.
That's what's happening.
I'm not. No, I'm not a. How do I open this bookshelf?
A spy would know.
Yeah,
He's definitely not a spy.
Yeah, I actually ended up speaking to my like dissertation supervisor and the careers advisor at uni who'd helped me all through the process of like applying to masters, and they were all just like, yeah, fuck it, do acting.
So it's great that someone said that to you then.
Yeah.
So I feel like had they not have, maybe you wouldn't have got to where you are now.
Because also like so many of like my friends and stuff were like, oh, you'd have to be a fucking idiot to not go.
Yeah.
Because all my friends were also very like studious and very like 9 to 5 driven. Yes, and I remember sending the like craziest email declining UCL. I was like, glasses on, mic drop. Yeah, which was crazy because I never thought I'd even like ever get into UCL. It's wild.
It's a very elaborate pre-spy story you're telling us here.
Yeah. It's all made up. Yeah, and then when I did this TV show, and we shot in Manchester over COVID for like 4 months, and yeah, it was great.
Amazing.
It was brilliant.
And then like, so now we've come to the point where we've started training, and there was that period where you were probably doing what, like 3 sessions a week or so, something like that.
Yeah.
Was that the first time then that you'd come back into a gym with that intent, with that kind of level of dedication to it since the university days?
Yeah, probably.
Because you could always tell, like, and we spoke about it at the time, that you had trained quite a bit previously, but you were starting from, like, I think you'll agree, it was like quite not a low level, but yeah, in terms of what you had got to.
I'd not been in it, and also like, yeah, I'd like moved to London, and then I did like a time where I went vegan for 6 months, but I didn't look up anything, so I just wasted away.
Yeah. Just winged it.
I just like
didn't work out.
Yeah, it's wild. It's great. I could definitely have played a vampire or something.
Which is probably why then when you started training that there was that
massive
time
jump
where all of a sudden your body just went woo. Yeah. Because you've got it's done it before, so like neurologically people talk about muscle memory, but essentially what that means is like you have built up the nervous system. So when you're training, you're also training the nervous system as well as building muscle. You can like build more nerves essentially, and you become more capable of recruiting muscle. So that's kind of that's there for your brain.
It's so fun to hear him talk so sciencey.
There is a problem. Like whenever I say things, you just laugh at me all the time.
I just find you so funny.
It's like that was the least funny thing anyone's ever said. I think
the most
so
funny
boring.
thing anyone's
so
ever
boring.
said.
But like you then started, and you were like, okay, then you got quite strong quite quickly. But I was gonna bring it onto this because then we hit a real road bump where, bearing in mind the training is 1-to-1, and it would be like one of us with you in the gym.
Yeah.
There was, and probably still is, quite a chunk of the session where I essentially have to stand around a corner because you just can't have me look at you.
No, because you'll just stand there like this, like blinking at me.
Like a normal person. Like, so like what'll happen is I'll start
him to have very dry eyes.
I'll be like, Rory, you doing this? And then he starts, and I'll count, like, get to like 3, and he's like, starts pissing himself.
Yeah, because you're
like,
1, 2.
Not deliberately.
It's just, you've got this like look in your eye that's like you're about to tell the punchline of a joke all the time, and I find it so funny. Like you're about to say the funniest thing.
Sadly,
and then he never does.
No.
Sadly,
Yeah. No.
Sadly, that's just something you wish that I was capable of.
Yeah, it's true.
But in reality, I'm just counting. I'm just counting. It got to a climax the other week where like I had to stand around the corner. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He was doing chin-ups and he couldn't get past like 3 of them. So I literally, he was like, I can't have you. He was like, I can't have you. I can't see you in the mirror. It won't work. So I stood around the corner of the wall. So he did.
Yeah, and it was great. And I did like 10. or like we're doing bench press. And I'll just see you like this,
looking
like,
over the top.
Yeah, counting. You're like, you can do it, and I'm like, don't talk to me.
I've never had this reaction from anyone else before. I think I'd be like the least likely to bring out that reaction, but I think it's a compliment.
I think
100%.
100% a compliment.
100%.
Thank you so much. It got to the point when you started filming Vision, Vision or Vision Quest? What's the
Vision Quest?
Vision Quest. So yeah, we got to the point where you then like production kind of started, and you were in and out of the gym a bit more. How was that in terms of like maintaining the level of training whilst work started?
Yeah,
because that must be where it gets really difficult, I think.
That is the most annoying part, is like you can like have so much nice time and put so much work in and get to where you want to be, and suddenly you're like, oh right, I don't have any time.
And
I guess your
night
previous
shoots for 5 days in a row, and I've got
your previous experience of it was like you got to a certain point, you'd start to increase weights, increase difficulty, keep progressing, whereas with this it's like the way we always end up having to work is like we have a period of time, and then it gets to that point, the job starts, and
then
it's like
then we fight for maintenance, basically.
Yeah.
It is kind of annoying. There was like a point halfway through where I was like, all right, I'll just accept that I can't go to the gym right now, and it's fine. And like I was still eating good, which was nice. But yeah, I just wasn't really getting to go. Like some Sundays I'd go, but then it just got like the schedule was just so intense. And then am I gonna sneeze? False alarm. Okay. Yeah, and then I finished the job and I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I went, actually, I'm gonna go on holiday.
Yeah,
went on holiday, bought a motorbike. Cruise around London on there.
Yeah, but my hand's getting so strong from my clutch work now.
Great.
So
excellent.
You know, one big forearm.
Exactly.
But now you are back a little bit. So now you're in the play. So Clarkston's happening.
Yeah.
And often, like, I find there's almost like two camps when it comes to actors in plays. There's the ones that are like, I go in and I train because it gives me the energy to do the performance. And then there's the other side of it of like, if I train, it's going to knacker me out and it's going to kind of hinder the performance.
Yeah.
So where are you sitting in that kind of spectrum then?
I feel like in my head, I'm like, well, I'm not going to go because it's not going to give me the energy, but it might. I've just not really tried it because I'll end up going on like a Sunday.
But also the way you train, it's like we just have to like rein you in, because you love training and you push yourself, and you go to failure and you make sure you're screwed at the end of it. It's like that wouldn't be good for you right now. But I think it's the making sure that you're doing the things that will help you and energize you. Like you don't have to train to failure every time.
Okay.
Which is what we were doing because we were trying to grow muscle, but this is a different type of training.
I don't need to do that anymore.
You don't need to do that anymore. It's okay. This is a safe space.
So relieved. Suddenly he's in like every day.
This is great. I'm gonna do one bicep curl.
Yeah, that's it. And then just leave, sit in the sauna. Perfect.
No, I'd like to go more. I just thought that like during rehearsals for the play, I was like, well, no time.
Yeah,
at all,
rehearsals are like all consuming. Like all the time is gone. And
6 days a week.
Yeah, it's like 10 till 6, and you're shattered.
All day. And then in the evening, you're like desperately trying to go over all the stuff that you've learned that day. And we're in American accents and stuff, and I've not really done that very much before. So like you're at home and you're trying to like practice your like water, river, camp, and all
Great.
of that. And you're like really trying to just suss that out. And like what's one of my lines like? Glorified colonialists. That took me forever.
I bet it did.
And while I'm saying that line, I'm also building a tent, which was the hardest part.
It's like rubbing your belly and tapping your head at the same time whilst being an American accent.
So the mental load of like, you've got to adopt the accent, get that ready for when you start the show and be confident. I find like with that kind of stuff, it must be that if you're more confident in knowing that you can do it well, what actually comes out is going to be better as well. Because then if you're kind of like doubting, is the accent good enough? Am I like physically
or if you're
ready
like
or whatever?
thinking about what you're saying, and then also there's that point where you're kind of like half on book and you're trying to block the whole thing, and then you're trying to run the scene, but you can't run the scene or get there emotionally because you're still trying to read it off page.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nightmare. No, it was.
But you
great.
made it.
We made it. And yeah, I thought like starting the shows, everyone's like, oh, you have your daytimes completely free. I was like, oh, this is gonna be lovely. Go to the theater for like 90 minutes or 2 hours or whatever. But you just wake up and you're like, I feel like I've been hit by a bus.
Yeah.
And then,
Would you normally be like a night person then? Because like if you're working in the theatre, is it the first time you've done like a big theatre show? Because I guess what your day starts at what, like 5 o'clock or something, 4 o'clock?
Yes, 6 6 o'clock we meet for warm up, and then on Wednesdays and Saturdays when we have matinees, we meet at 1.
Mm-hmm. And then you get home at 11, 12,
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, like if I'm like really quick, I can get home at 10, but usually like 11 if like after you do stage door or you meet your friends afterwards. Or,
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because that would be definitely like a big disruptive part of like the day to day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be useless with that.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't realize how much I do in my evenings, or like my days I usually like do like the stuff for me, and then in the evenings I'd usually when I like see my friends or like and I was like, oh my god, I've not seen like my best friends just for like a catch up in so long because everyone else works during the day. Then during the day I'm so tired, and I'll kind of like you'll be like, oh, I don't have to do anything tomorrow morning. You'll get a self tape through, and you spend all day like acting for something else in a different accent, and then you go to the theatre and you're like, okay, what's going on?
Have you found there's things like I think a big part of the gym and kind of health in general is like the mental health side of it. So it's like, have you found there's things that you do as like a little routine, even if you know that like you're tired and you're busy and that kind of stuff, or is it kind of gets left by the wayside a little bit?
I do like foam rolling, as you're aware. I've come in
He's
before.
very thorough. Rory's a very thorough foam roller.
I was foam rolling once. You were like, come on,
You can
we
finish
gotta
now.
begin.
That's a bit of like your brain's like switching off, isn't it? You're just kind of letting it be. It's like a process that you're going through.
Yeah, it's nice.
So do you do that at home as well then?
Yeah, do
Nice.
that at home.
It's a very healthy habit.
Thanks. Thank you. And we'll just do like breathing, a little bit of breathing all together. I've actually started doing that. You'll love this. I've not told you guys this. So we do a plank every time before the show, and we increase the minutes based on the week we're on. So we're just about to finish a 5-minute plank week.
Nice. The whole cast.
Everyone
And
can
some
do
of the
5-minute
crew.
plank? That's
Yeah,
impressive.
we're allowed to like switch to side planks,
Yeah.
But you have to stay up.
but you have to stay up.
Who's the plank master?
Sophie Melville.
Mm-hmm.
She plays my mum.
She kills it.
So she was like, we're all planking.
Yeah, she's like I think she could probably plank forever.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't be able to act, so that'd be shit for
No,
like,
I
her
think
fans.
she probably could do
But
both.
okay, great.
What's the highest amount of minutes we're going to be getting
10.
to? Fucking hell.
I know. It's gonna be crazy.
That's
So you do all week, you do 5 minutes, and then all week next week you do 6 minutes, and then all week.
Is it
that's
getting quite
perfect.
easy to do 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yesterday I was like, we got to 5 minutes, and I was like, I could have done another maybe 36 seconds.
Nice.
Nice. Well, next week you're gonna have to do more than 36 seconds.
Yeah,
so
yeah, probably like.
another minute.
Yeah.
I never heard of anyone doing that.
That's great.
It's
every
actually
day,
great.
and then there's like a step on the Monday. It goes boom.
Yeah.
There's another minute.
It's kind of brilliant, and I'm thinking like maybe if I just carry that on through
Forever.
into, like,
You'll break
forever.
the world record eventually.
Yeah.
That
Although
might
I
take
think
a while.
that's like 9
8
hours, or
hours,
something
yeah.
like that.
8 hours.
There was a
8.5
guy,
hours.
I think he was like a firefighter from Japan who did it for like mad.
Mind blowing.
Like 8 or 9 hours is just.
Yeah, that's
Well, no, but
insane.
it's like it becomes just basically like standing up for him. And he's just there. He's just existing. He's like, I'm not planking. I just live my life this way now.
I don't think I could stand completely still.
No, that's
for
it.
8 hours.
That's what I
9
mean.
hours.
It's just
You couldn't.
Oh God, no! Absolutely not.
You'd just start laughing for no reason.
Yeah, well, you could laugh. You can laugh during a
You
plank
can laugh.
as well.
It actually helps
Hell of a lot
activate
harder.
your core.
Hell
Yeah.
of a lot harder. Speaking of laughing,
Laughing, yes.
can we come on to our section that's called Humbled in Hollywood, which is
Is there a
basically like
theme-
a.
Is there a theme song?
We can
I
have one
wish.
in. You can make one now if you
Yeah.
like.
What was it called again?
Have you just been waiting to ask that question and you didn't listen to what I was saying? You were just like, now's my chance.
He's got a tiny keyboard hidden
Yeah,
behind him.
it's one of those that you blow into.
So I'll give you the context for it. Humbled in Hollywood. It's basically like from the outside, people that are in TV shows and plays and working in and around that world, it can seem like everything's fun and
The glossy
easy
lifestyle.
and perfect all the time.
Yes.
But as we all know, there are things that happen quite frequently that are quite like humbling moments for a lot of
Yes.
people. So you can build your theme tune on that if you like.
Okay.
If you'd like to.
Is this going to be your Humbled in Hollywood
I
moment? You're
think
going
it
to
could
embarrass
be.
yourself with a theme tune.
Are you feeling humble in Hollywood? Tell us all about it. And then if someone could just put in some music with that. That's a sample.
The most melodic sentence ever. Like,
feel like
try
you
and match
didn't
some
know.
music.
I'm on vocal rest.
Yeah,
you
sure.
quite clearly didn't know what you were going to say before you started talking then.
No.
Tell us
Could
all
you tell?
about it.
Yeah,
I
just a
thought
little.
I kind
I
of
think you
spelled
nailed
that
Just a
it.
little
I think you
bit.
nailed
I
it.
think.
Have you had
Theme tune
have
incoming.
you had a moment then in your sort of, it's quite a whirlwind career really, when you kind of take it all the way back to being a kid and doing the horse riding and all the rest of it? It's like, had there been a moment in that world, in that industry, or even we liked people to tell funny gym stories, but
Yeah, they can be gym related or set related.
I mean, I feel like I'm like continuously humbled. Like, I don't know. It kind of like it's just a weird place, an industry to be in terms of just like you're like being like a human and your like feelings and how things change and like things like I find like you get so, if things are going well, you get so used to like hearing good things that you then become like desensitized to like hearing a good thing. You know what I mean? Which has been like a really weird thing.
It's like when you only read the bad comments in
Yeah.
an Instagram post.
that's great. If you've had like the opposite. A lot of people, it's like they kind of have the focus on the negative side of things.
Is that not what you're saying? That you come desensitized to hearing good stuff that you.
Well, yeah, but I just don't even
really-
look at the bad stuff anyway.
Yeah,
so
true.
now I'm just kind of just like neutral.
Just neutral.
Um,
Welcome to Dave's world.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Everything's good all the time. Just neutral.
It's true though. Like, I think the biggest thing was like, you always have these ideas of where you think your career might go, or what you think it's going to be like next year, or what you think this is going to be like, or it'll get easier after this. It'll get easier after this.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like every time you think you're gonna like get like the big ladder in the Snakes and Ladders game, do you remember that one? That was
Yeah.
a good one with the snakes
Quality.
and the ladders.
Yeah, and the ladders.
Um,
You hit a snake and go straight
yes.
down to the bomb.
You always think, oh my god, I'm gonna get the big ladder and I'll be all the way over there, and you realize actually it's just kind of like still a small ladder, and there's still so much more to go. But then I'm also like, where am I going? Like, what is my goal here?
Yeah, but also you got to celebrate that small ladder that you thought was a big ladder, because you when you were
Oh yeah,
finishing university would have seen that as a fucking massive ladder.
Yeah,
Going
for
from
sure.
going from computer science to
BBC TV
being
show.
an integral part in a massive Marvel show.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big ladder.
That is when that one is a big ladder. that one, that one. Yeah,
That's a 6-rung ladder. That's like 3 rows up the board.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's also like this whole thing where you're kind of like, because I've been so fortunate that like, other than like 1 year when I first moved to London where I was just like grinding in retail places, like actually
All
just-
I've gone to there is you like the grinding is in like dancing. You're just grinding in like Topshop.
yeah.
But all I'm thinking of is like you're just going up to
Well, that's
people
why I
and
got fired.
grinding
The
on them.
mannequins are not for grinding on.
And they're like, who is this guy?
He doesn't even work
thinks he
here.
works
You don't
here.
even work
He like
here.
checks in every morning for his time, his shift.
But yeah, other than that, like, and like feeling like, oh my god, living in London's like so hard and so expensive and so difficult, which I still feel.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like career wise, everything's just kind of felt like swing after swing. And I think the weird part is now is you're kind of just like why what am I doing it? What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
But you say that, but also it's a perspective thing, right? You've done how many self-tapes that you haven't got?
Bloody billion and 5.
Exactly. So if you look at it like that, because a lot of people would, they'd see all of those failed auditions, basically. But you're not seeing it like that. You're seeing like that's part of the process.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll only see the things like it feels very comfortable, keep getting new jobs.
Yeah.
But what they don't see is that you're not getting 95% of those
It's
jobs,
true.
right?
And I guess if you count since when I started when I was 12, it technically has been like
A really long career.
14 years.
Yeah.
So I get it. I guess I'm just having a lot of fun, and I'm not really kind of bothered about where it's going.
really-
or
really, like,
anything.
nice
the best way. It was the best way of doing it. I think.
Yeah.
Probably the nicest version of that segment we've ever had. Have you never
Yeah.
fallen over, smashed your face on the floor, nothing like that?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of just go, oh, are my
Yeah.
teeth still in?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just keep going.
Carry
do you
on.
know?
I feel like your moment was when you were, I don't know how old you were, but you were looking back at the Pop Shove It and wishing that the
There you
ollie
go.
had been used.
Yeah.
That was your low point.
God damn it.
That's why you were
No
like,
point was not perfecting the pop shove it.
I think like all the struggles I find in life are probably just like external of the industry now, because I've managed to like distance my like day-to-day life so much from it, which I guess has been stranger in recent years as like your day-to-day life starts to and your career start to spill into that. Like imagine like next year that will probably change a bit more again, and things like that. But I've always like obviously I'll get very like stressed about like what's next and your rent you have to pay, and like not sure, you know, like where like direction and life and things like that. But yeah, most of my stress just comes from kind of like
Everyday stuff.
Like
and,
everyone
else.
Relationships and fucking, oh fuck, it's raining.
get yourself in the gym. That's where it all gets dealt with.
That's where you fix it all.
We'll see you here every day. Chicken and rice from now on.
Chicken and rice.
I'll start the spreadsheet. We'll put it on the big screen.
Do you have a rice cooker?
I'll let you input all
We'll
of
get you one.
rice cooker.
If that's what it takes for you to come back in all the time, then we'll buy a rice cooker.
Consider it done.
Yeah.
And Dave will not look at you, I promise.
Thank you.
You
just looked at me.
I'll train. I'll train you.
I'll tell him. I will tell him.
I'll train you from around the corner.
Thank you. On Skype.
It'll work well. We always round things out with looking at like what's coming up for you. So currently, obviously, the play. But I don't know if the play may well be done when this comes out.
We got 5 more weeks.
Yes.
It'll be out before then. It'll be like the end of the play to come to the final show. Yes.
That'd be nice. It's great to have a
Trafalgar Studios.
I think it's just the theatre.
Trafalgar Theatre.
Yeah. And then, so what's coming up? What's happening in the next however many months? I suppose Vision Quest will be at some point.
Yes,
do you know when that is yet?
It's definitely next year. I don't know.
2026.
That'd be super exciting.
That I know. I'm so excited. We'll probably start like press for that.
And also, that's going to be a whole new. We'll have to get you back in after that, because that's going to be like a whole new chapter of.
I know.
Going around and all the press involved with that, because Marvel is obviously this huge world that people absolutely love.
Yeah. So probably that, and I'm excited to go back to Scotland. Not been back to Scotland in like a year.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And Scottish BAFTAs in 3 weeks or something.
Which we mentioned right at the beginning, but I was going to come back to, but completely forgot. You got nominated for a Scottish BAFTA, which is a dream of yours since you were 12 years old, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And you were just outside with fellow Scottish BAFTA nominee, and she won 2 of them. Lauren Lyle was just outside the studio, and these 2 are catching up, which is great. I mean, when is it again?
15th or 16th, or both days of November.
Got your outfit sorted yet?
No, not yet.
I think wear your 1999 Disney top that you were wearing earlier. I think you should wear that.
I think so too.
Good look.
It's
absolutely.
Well, that'll be very exciting. Looking forward to hearing all about it when you get back.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for coming on and doing this.
We're done.
We're done. This is it.
What?
Thank you. Was there anything else you wanted to mention?
That's probably it. If I do have something, can I send a voice memo in?
Looking forward to that so much. Can't wait for you to send that. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on and doing this.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks for having me. What a treat.